Around noon on Wednesday, December 20th, 2016, I took the road to Whitney Portal. The road was still open this late in the season, but it hadn't been maintained. My plan was to summit Mount Whitney on Thursday and come back by Friday morning. A major storm was expected to hit the area by late Friday night. I parked my car under a tree and below the snow line, just in case the storm came early. The Mount Whitney Trail starts at Whitney Portal at around 8,000 feet altitude. This time, I gave myself a mission to attempt to bring the US flag to the highest summit of the contiguous United States. The winter of 2016-2017 was one of the snowiest on record for the lower Sierras. I wonder sometimes if this climbing of mine is a form of PTSD from having to live with unbearable physical pain more than a decade ago caused by cancer. The night was very cold and the temperature dropped in minus double digits, and I slept near the Mount Whitney Trail camp. The camp is a very crowded location during peak season. Mountains always make me feel very reflective and think beyond the boundaries of the mundane world. Even though there was only 2,500 feet more for me to climb on the second day, that was the most difficult part. The snowshoes felt very heavy at the time. There was no trail to follow, and I didn't see any visible form of life on my journey. But I made it to the summit just a little bit before the sunset. Bringing the flag here on this cold winter night was a ritual of sort for me. As an immigrant from a war-torn country, the US flag has always represented the flag of my personal safe haven. The big storm came much earlier than expected, and the night brought strong winds and snow. Due to very low visibility, I got lost for hours. Feeling very fatigued, I stopped and I prayed, because what else is there to do in these kind of situations? Only a few minutes after the prayer, I found myself back on the trail. But I had no time for celebration, because I was about to go down a big steep hill in a raging storm. Going down, I fell through a snow bridge, and again I got lost due to low visibility. When I finally arrived at the bottom of the hill, suddenly I realized that the intensely strong wind had miraculously blown my tent right in front of me in the blinding blizzard. The tent had traveled hundreds of yards away from the place where I left it, even though there was more than 15 pounds of gear inside. I was exhausted and the tent was dry from inside, so I opened the tent right there on the trail and slept through the night. My drinking water and my electronic equipment were frozen. High winds were flipping the tent throughout the night, but I was sleeping soundly in the center. Despite the freezing cold, I felt warm from thinking that I was not alone, that I was being watched over on one of the coldest nights on record in the lower Sierras.